On to our 12th video talking about the power of media. We have the Onslaught um, ad from Dove reminding us that images are incredibly powerful, that it can affect young girls about beauty. Keep it little.
Younger, smaller, lighter, fuller, tighter, thinner, softer. It really works. Here comes that breeze. Here comes that breeze. Here comes that breeze.
Okay, so the idea of that is Dove cares about its consumers enough to say, look, some of this advertising is really damaging. We at Dove, we have good sense and we say be careful and buy Dove products because we don't depend on that kind of really negative advertising. And then somebody says, well, who owns Dove? Oh, Dove is owned by Unilever. Um, and so it doesn't matter how body positive Dove advertising is. Axe advertising is nothing like Dove advertising. And so if you believe in negative body image and making girls feel scared that their bodies aren't good, then they'll buy stuff from Axe and not from Dove. So Unilever is getting the money coming and going. And so, who was the guy's name? Rye Clifton is the activist who made this one here and used the same song. And because it is political commentary, he got away with the violation of copyright here.
Younger, smaller, lighter, fuller, tighter, thinner, softer. It really works. Here comes that breeze. Here comes that breeze.
So you can see, I'll get back on there on the screen. You can see there it's quite effective, but what Greenpeace did with Dove Onslaughter was actually effective. The single most effective tactic in Greenpeace history in 2008. After decades of elaborate stunts and lobbying, they take over boats. They have, like wildly ambitious and elaborate media spectacles, and nothing was as successful as this one little ad that got Unilever's attention and actually changed company policy. And it was this one here, Onslaughter. So there you have it. Technology can actually change the world and slow down some of the destruction of habitat and the felling of old growth forests and the destruction of the soil through this um, endless quest for palm oil. Ushahidi is a free Kenyan app uses cell phones to report during a crisis. It was used by the Marines to save lives during the Haiti earthquake. So there's a lot of good things that come out of technology. There's a lot of negatives as well. Government oppression and manipulation of fake news. The internet has been used for surveillance. False stories have been fed through shady media outlets. We're very aware of this now. The attention economy and clickbait, getting your eyeballs to fall on a page is more important than accurately representing reality. Remember what we said, if you're getting it for free, you are not the customer, you are the product. And so you're being bought and sold by the Facebooks and the Gmail, Googles of the world. Filter bubbles. Each person's feed is tailored to their own likes, so it reinforces and firms up the confirmation bias already in place. All of your friends clicking like, and every time you say something that reinforces something they already believed in. And then clicking a like comes to represent actually doing something, and this is called slacktivism. We click the like, we write a sentence in support and sign a petition, and that becomes political action. We don't actually have to have a real conversation with someone. We don't actually have to go out and protest. We don't actually have to go out on strike or go out and vote. We can just click and feel like we've done something. Also, we have the Instagram effect. Filters for selfies results in people presenting false images that will always fail to match reality because nobody looks like that. The second world of social media has become more important than the real world for many teens. This is almost like an alternate reality or some sort of really, really messed up situation. So the unthing experience, can we avoid all visual images for a month? Definitely not now when we're all locked down, but maybe something to think about this summer. If you get out, try to get away from social media and see if it fixes things or at least alters your perception. And we are finally done with Wesch Chapter 5. Next, we're skipping over to Wesch 8 because remember, we're going from infrastructure to globalization. Remember how I said when we split up colonialism from globalization, that's really not a good thing. They're really the same thing. So I'm going to go directly from colonialism in economy and infrastructure to globalization, and then we'll come back and do social structure and superstructure afterwards. Okay? See you next week.